Hi, my name is Jianna, and my obscure but phenomenal person in history is Wyomia Tyus. Hope you enjoy.
Southern girl with a quiet fire who outran prejudice, defied expectations, and made history with every step she took. This is her story. Wyomia Tyus was born on August 29, 1945, in Griffin, Georgia, during a time when being black in the South meant living under the harsh shadow of segregation. She was the youngest of 4 children, raised on a working farm where chores were constant and expectations were clear. Her father, Willie Tyus, played a major role in her early life. He encouraged her athleticism and treated her like she was just as capable as any boy. But when he died unexpectedly of a stroke when she was 12, Wyomia turned to running as a way to deal with her grief. It became her escape, her therapy, and soon her gift. In high school, Wyomia ran with raw power and focus. She caught the attention of Coach Ed Temple from Tennessee State University, the man responsible for creating one of the greatest dynasties in women's track, the Tiger Bells. At 19, Tyus represented the U.S. in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. Though she was not the favorite to win, she stunned the world, tying the world record in the 100-meter dash and becoming the youngest woman to ever take Olympic gold in that event. She also won silver in the 4x1 meter relay. Despite the pressure, she stayed calm, focused, and respectful. Her quiet nature wasn't weakness, it was strength. In the years between the Olympics, America changed. The civil rights movement was in full swing, and black athletes were beginning to speak out. Tyus returned to TSU and trained with an even greater purpose. But she also watched, listened, and reflected, weighing her place not just as an athlete, but as a young black woman in a country in crisis. In 1968, Tyus returned to the Olympics in Mexico City. The stakes were higher. The world was more dangerous, and Wyomia ran like never before, becoming the first person, man or woman, to ever win back-to-back Olympic gold medals in the 100-meter dash. She celebrated with a small dance, one of the first public displays of joy and pride by a black woman in the Olympic stage. She then helped lead the U.S. women's 4x1 team to the gold again, breaking the world record in the process. She didn't raise her fist on the podium. Wyomia Tyus was deeply aware of the moment. She supported the Olympic Project for Human Rights, the same movement behind the iconic Black Power salute by Tommie Smith and John Carlos at those same games. She wore black shorts during her races as a subtle sign of solidarity. Her activism wasn't loud or headline-grabbing, but it was intentional. She stood with her fellow black athletes not just as a sprinter, but as a quiet resistor in the political storm. Later, she declared her 4x1 relay gold medal to Smith and Carlos. In doing so, she made it clear she was not just running races, she was running with purpose. After retiring, Wyomia did not get endorsements, TV deals, or national parades that some of her white peers did. But she never stopped pushing forward. She became a coach, a mentor, and an advocate for young women in sports, especially girls of color. She was eventually inducted into the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame and the National Track and Field Hall of Fame. And in 2018, she published her memoir, Tiger Bell, The Wyomia Tyus Story, a powerful reflection on her life, identity, and legacy. Wyomia Tyus was a pioneer in track and a quiet fighter in the broader race for equality. Her story proves that activism doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes it's choosing to show up, to run with pride, to defy limits placed on you, and to do it all with dignity. Wyomia Tyus didn't just win medals, she opened doors. She showed the world that black women belong in the highest level of sports. She ran not just for herself, but for the millions of people who would follow. And with every stride, she redefined what it meant to be a champion.